Hello there! It is the end of August 2023. In addition to going through some new purchases, it is also time to discuss a prize winner. You know, something we talked about earlier. Welcome to Unboxing the Boxes, my Star Wars collection. This is episode 159. Gamestop buys, sales, and closeouts of Funko Pops and Black Series figures. And, a drawing. A month ago, I picked up some things at a nearby store, if you want to call 30 miles away nearby. And then a few weeks ago, I saw that GameStop had a closeout sale going on certain Black Series figures and some Funko Pop figures. It is time to see what these figures look like. Wouldn't you agree? It is also time to discuss having a drawing for this reprint of the Marvel Star Wars 50th Collector's Issue comic book. If you remember, I talked in 155 about giving this away. Will I do it? Did we meet the criteria? We'll find out later in this video. Of course, all this takes place after I invite you to like this video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Let YouTube know that you enjoy this type of content, okay? Now, what do you say? We begin with the bag here. And for now, I'm just going to put this off to the side. And we'll see what we have here. And then we'll get to the box. I have 4 items that I bought basically a month ago. Some of the items were on sale. One really good price. Actually, 2 items at a really good price. And 2 basically regular price. With I've got the pro account there, so I get 5% off. Whoopee! But hey, it all helps when you're adding things up. So first, before we get to the Funkos that I bought, I just got to show you this little thing that I normally would not have looked at twice. But seeing that school's beginning, I kind of like collecting odd things once in a while. I decided to go for this backpack, the Grogu and the Mandalorian Backpack. This is made out of leather. At least, is it leather or simulated leather? Not really sure. Feels like leather. Anyway, it's got basically a small pocket in the front here with the Mandalorian's head. And then it also has the big part in the middle here that you can put a lot of your stuff in. Right now, it's just a bunch of paper and stuff in there just to kind of fill it out. It's the way it came. Now, this thing, normal price, what it regularly went for was $49.97. $50 for this little backpack. Now, granted, it's got 2 nice little pockets on the side, but they're not big enough to put a water bottle in. There's no way that I would have even looked at this at $50. Then it went on clearance for $45.97. Woohoo! $5 off. Still would have never looked at this. However, the price I found this at, along with a few other little details that went along with it to get the price down even lower, take a guess of what you think I paid for this. Come on, I'll wait. All right, it's time to let you know. This $50 backpack I picked up for $12.72. That is a pretty good deal. At $12.72, this thing now costs less than buying a new vintage action figure. So for that, I was willing to take that, and we'll put that with our other school gear up here that you may have seen in previous videos. So there we go. We've got a new backpack for our collection. Now the next 2 are pretty much regular price ones. Then again, like I said, with the 5% off. The first one here is number 613, and it's Brethupp. If you remember Brethupp, he was the little Ewok at the end of Return of the Jedi that was playing drum set with Stormtrooper helmets. And it is a pretty good figure. This is a GameStop exclusive, as you can see. We've got 3 helmets here that he's playing with. One an Imperial Officer helmet, a Speeder Bike helmet, and just a basic Stormtrooper helmet. This is also a 40th anniversary figure, as you can see here. Part of the Return of the Jedi collection. And I did not have this one as part of my collection, so it will be a nice addition to it. Along with Brethupp, Brethupp. We also have a new Darth Vader. Once again, also Return of the Jedi collection. This one happens to be number 610, and it is Darth Vader with his helmet removed. So we get to see the scars and the injuries to Darth Vader with this figure. He's laying on the floor, presumably looking up at Luke. It's Funko, so it's somewhat simplified. It doesn't have all the details that the movie had, of course. But it's still a nice action figure to add to the collection. So, 613 and 610. I'm going to have to go back now and look at the Return of the Jedi figures and see if I'm missing any other ones. Because it seems to me, looking at the back of this, I might be missing the C-3PO one yet. I'm going to have to check that out and see if it is what I'm missing. Just to let you know what I paid for these. This one was $12.34, and this one $16.14. So like I said, this is a GameStop exclusive, so of course it's going to cost more. Now the last item in this bag is a big Funko Pop, and at first I was thinking about not getting it. In fact, I have seen this in the store before and I kind of passed on it because I'm kind of cutting back a little bit on Funkos. I'm not trying to collect every one again or anymore. But this one, seeing that it was on sale, I couldn't pass this up. And what do we have here? This is number 611, so it kind of fits between these two. And it is another Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. And it is Jabba the Hutt and Salicious B. Crumb. And as you can see with this one, it is a very large figure. Looking at it, yes, Jabba the Hutt's head is a bobblehead. It also looks like Salicious Crumb is also a bobblehead. So you could probably get both of their heads moving. Shaking no to throw somebody in the Rancor pit, or shaking yes that they are pleased with that particular bit of entertainment. So this one normally was $34.99. That was the normal price of this. Along with some sales and a $5 promo that I had, I got it down to $4.74. Like I said, for $5, I'm not going to pass this up. Like I said, it included those things, which could have been applied to other things too, but or some of them anyway. But for $5, I thought that was a really good deal. And if you think it's a really good deal, you better hit that thumbs up button, okay? Now, let's get these two off, or these three, off to the side a bit. Get the bag out of the way, because it is time to see what is in the box. And like I said, this includes some Black Series figures and some Funko Pop figures. And unfortunately, I'm afraid it might include a double of a Funko Pop that you currently see on my table here. We'll find out for sure when I open it. What do you think? Should we, as long as we got the Funkos out here, we may as well start with the Funko Pops, correct? All right, so what were the Funkos that were in this box? Well, if you remember, I told you that one of them might be a double of one of these other Funkos, and yes, it was. We have a second one of Brethupp. So I have two drummers now for my new band that I'm forming. So I'll tell you what, Darth Vader, why don't you move out of that position there, and we'll put you on top of the drummers. Not going to go into any more detail because it's the same figure, both GameStop exclusives. Now the next one I've got is a big one, and it's what I've looked at before, but I never really wanted to buy because the thing is rather expensive. But I was able to get it at a pretty decent price. And when I look back on my order to see what I paid for it, I got it for about $10. $10? Hey, I'll buy that. That's less than what Brethupp cost. Now granted, this one's been out a while, but obviously there hasn't been as many people very interested in this one. And maybe it has to do with some people are a little frustrated with the TV show. I thought it was enjoyable. I didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it. As far as the figure goes, we have Ben Kenobi riding the Eopie. He's got the reins in his hand. Of course, his head is a bobblehead. The Eopie is not a bobblehead. He does have the little eye blinders on him, though, to keep going in whatever direction that Obi-Wan wants him to go in. So it's still a very good figure. I do like the figure, and I'm kind of glad that I did pick it up. But unfortunately, you can see the box is fairly dented up and banged up. It's got a tear over here. And you know why that is? Because when they packed this box, they packed the box, not with shipping stuff. They packed it with the stuff I ordered. And unfortunately, Obi-Wan was laying down like this, and they packed stuff on top of him. And then they closed the box. So, of course, he got squished, or the box got squished. The figure seems to be fine. Nothing wrong with the figure. But as far as the box goes, hey, GameStop, I'm an in-the-box collector. I like my boxes. Not happy about this. Let's move it off to the side, see what else I got. The next two figures were designed basically to promote something, and I could care less about the promotion. Besides, I got them on sale at a pretty good price again. These are colorful droids. The first droid here is number 639, which would be R2-D2. And as you can see with this one, he is a very colorful R2-D2. Overall, I like the figure. Looks pretty much like the other figures as far as the design goes, but the color scheme really makes it stand out. Also, you can see this one too. We've got some damage to the packaging, bent in again because it was squished in the package. But the next one, the other droid I got, which happens to be number 640, BB-8, this one made it through just fine. No damage to the packaging at all. Now, as far as BB-8 goes, once again, a nice bright color scheme. He actually looks pretty sharp, to tell the truth. The colors look pretty good. I just kind of liked it and decided, you know what, I'm going to add these to my collection again because they're nice and colorful, you know. So let's put these over here. The next item we have is a Funko collector box. And this one happens to deal with the Mandalorian. Very nice picture on the top there. And of course, these collector boxes usually contain a couple Funko Pops that are pretty much collectors only. They only come with the collector's box. And a couple other figures or a couple other items that are within it. Now, to tell the truth, I don't really want to open this one yet because I'm thinking I have another box, which you've probably seen in the background here, which is also a Funko GameStop exclusive Gaming Greats collection. So I'm thinking in an upcoming video here, I'm going to have to unbox both of these and see what is inside. I think that could be kind of fun. So for right now, not going to open this one. We'll pass on that later to do that and this one later on. Okay? That takes care of the Funkos. The rest of the stuff in here, I believe, is all Black Series figures. So let's find out what those are. Now the next figures I've got to show you, and I've got 4 Black Series figures to show you. I picked them all up for, well, 3 of them came in at about $10, $15, which is a pretty good deal for a Black Series figure these days. And one I got for less than 10 bucks. So let's find out what we got. The first one is a Gaming Greats figure, and it happens to be the Riot Scout Trooper. Riot Troopers are deployed wherever the Empire needs to put down insurrections. Armed with batons and heavy shields, there are few opponents who can penetrate their defenses or stand against their brutal strikes. Now, as we can see, this is from the game Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And unfortunately, I don't play these video games, but I do like the figures. And this figure, I really like. As far as accessories go, basically, he's only got the electro baton staff, whatever you want to call it. But still, a good-looking figure. Don't you agree? The next 2 I bought strictly because they were a very reasonable price. I do not like the closed boxes. I hate the closed boxes. But for these 2 figures, I made an exception because the price was so reasonable. The first of which is a Gaming Greats B1 Battle Droid. Very light box. Of course, there isn't too much to Battle Droids. This box weighs probably half of what the Stormtrooper does here. But as you can see from the looks of the picture, he is from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Pretty much a battle droid. It looks like about the only accessory he has is probably the pistol there. These variant B1 droids have been reprogrammed and repainted to serve a new master years after the end of the Clone Wars and the rise of the Republic. Now, if you've played this game, Who got a hold of these and who reprogrammed them? Let me know in the comments, will you? The next one we have is another closed box package, or plastic-free packaging. And this one is also from Jedi Survivor. And it happens to be a KX security droid. Formidable and specialized in close combat, these droids employ a combination of brute strength and rugged durability to capture and incapacitate enemies. I have to say, I kind of like the looks of this one. It is a K2 droid, of course, the K series that we're familiar with from the Rogue One. And say the weight of this one is probably between these two. But I wish it had the clear front on, because then I could actually see it. Because the worst part is, I have no idea if it's actually these particular figures. This one, I have a feeling is the battle droid, because there's just no weight. And this one, weight-wise, yeah, it is probably the K droid. Those are the 3 Black Series in the Galaxy packaging, if you want to call it that. The last one I have is from credit series of The Mandalorian, and that is the Tusken Raider. And this is just your basic Tusken Raider, not one of the specialized ones or anything. Just your homie, you know, the regular guy. And as far as the packaging goes, we got a little curl in the corner here. But otherwise, it's not too bad, except somebody tore all the stickers off up here. And, well, can't really complain too much about it because I only paid probably about $5-6 for it. As far as the figure goes, it is a good job for a Tusken Raider. And it comes with 4 accessories here from the looks of it. He does have his gaffy stick. He does have a rifle. The gaffy stick does look like it has 3 different ends that you could put on it. You could have a little fun with that depending on what mood you're feeling in. So there we go. The GameStop closeouts and bargains that I found over the last month. What do you think of them? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But we've still got something to do. So let me get these out of the way. Okay, if you remember in episode 155, I said that if that video reached 400 views and had, say, 50 likes, I would give this away. And I would give it away based on who left a comment. Well, it didn't quite hit 400 views. Got to about 350 or so. It didn't hit 50 likes. I think it received about 35 or so. Do I give it away or not? You know what? I think I'm going to give it away. I got to put that new post office box to work, you know? Make use of that thing. We have 7 people who left a comment on that video before the end of the month here, which is today. So far, we have Luke Rope, 1906, Skinned Christ, Joe Show, 101, Bubba Fett, 26, Strat Pack, 9591, Connor, 6173, and B. Davis, 24 fan. So 7 people made a comment. So in that order, I'm just going to label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yes, I do like playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I have an 8-sided dice here. And I thought about, okay, should I do a 1-by-1 elimination? Or should we just roll once and see who the winner is? And I've watched a couple other people with their prizes. And I thought, you know what, let's do an elimination. Let's make it a little suspenseful. So the first, well, we have 7. We have 8 here, so we might have to skip one here. But the first one to be eliminated is number 8. So if you would have left a comment, been the 8th person to leave a comment, you just got eliminated. So all 7 are still in the running. Next, we have a number 1, which means Luke Rope, 1906. Sorry, you just got eliminated. Who else is going to be in? Well, number 6, which happens to be Connor, 6173. So that leaves 5 people left to get eliminated. Number 1 again. Okay, this time we have number 7, which is B. Davis, 24 fan. Sorry about that, B. Davis. Better luck next time. And yes, I'm planning on having some more in the future here. Okay, number 2, which happens to be Skin Christ, is now out of the running. We have 3 left. We have Joe Show, we have Boba Fett, and we have Strat Pack. Well, sorry to say, Boba Fett, you have been eliminated by the dice. 2 left. Let's see who it'll be. Joe Show, hate to tell you, but we're number 3, which means that you have been eliminated, which leaves Strat Pack 9591. You are the winner! So let me know where I should send it, and we'll get it sent out to you. In fact, I'm probably going to put this in one of these little bags, comic bags, just to protect it a little bit more. After all, we've kind of seen sometimes how things get shipped. So I'll try to do a good job of shipping that off to you. But congratulations, Strat Pack 9591. You are the winner of this giveaway. Well, that ends the video for today. What do you think? Did I do a good job? You like what I picked up? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let YouTube know that this kind of content is appreciated. And of course, hit that subscription bell if you haven't done that yet. Until next time, may the Force be with you, and keep collecting.